We have got some cold weather. It's like single digits. So, I got the garage all cleaned up and back to normal. All the little details are taken care of. It's empty. The posts are gone. Got the floor all sealed up where the posts used to be. And we're ready for something new. I got a little bit of interior work to do on the Silverado, but we're gonna look at the Model A. Okay, so this is the Model A that I've got to have running and stopping by the end of June. There's a dirt drag races in Colorado, and this is going to be in them. And I've pretty much got everything, but tonight I'm going to sit down, make a drawing, and that'll set me on the path. So, time for the drawing. Okay, so I've had this Model A for probably 5 years now, so there's been a bit of a history to it. I've been collecting parts for it. I've started on it a little bit. You can see here that I've got a few photos that I'm looking at for references to help with the drawing. And some of the photos are of the car itself when I bought it. Some of the photos are what I want the car to look like at the finish line, I guess. And so yeah, I'm using those to help with the drawing. But the car itself, I want to keep it looking pretty stock Model A. I'll use I have the 16-inch wheels, which are, I guess more stable than the stock Model A wheels. That I think those are 21-inch, and they're kind of more like a wagon wheel, whereas the wheels that they came out with in 35, I think it was, were a 16-inch, and they were a little bit stronger, a little bit beefier. And so I have a set of those I'll be using, and I'll keep it pretty stock Model A. I'm not interested in painting it. I like the paint that's on it. In fact, it has a really cool painting on the door. It's from Universal Studios, the movie company, and they used it for shooting or for running errands, I was told. And so I'm definitely going to keep that. And I have a flathead engine for it that I'll be putting in it. And I want to keep it, pretty Model A looking, pretty stock. I don't want to chop the top. I have no interest in that. And so it'll be full fendered for sure. And it'll be a pretty stock looking Model A, 1931 Model A. I started working on it, and I met this guy. He was an old hot rodder. His name was Bill Imar, and we kind of hit it off. He seemed to like what I was doing, the direction I was going, and I was going to put in a 289 small block Ford engine in it. And he had a pretty amazing shop. He had it was a shop that would hold about 6 or 8 cars, and he had built some really nice hot rod type cars. He knows Model A's inside and out. He was fun to hang out with at his garage, and so I was visiting with him quite a bit. And one day he said, well, if you want to bring in that Model A and do it with a flathead engine and not a small block Ford engine, we'll do it. He said, I'll help you with it. And I said, all right. And then shortly after that, he passed away suddenly. And it was really a bummer. So I kind of just stopped working on it. And here recently, I got reinvigorated and inspired. Actually, I got inspired by some of these YouTube channels and was, yeah, there's several of them. I like Weird Beard. I think he's really good. I like Pole Barn Garage. That's a good one. And yeah, and they just kind of inspired me to get back to work on it. And so I like Uncle Tony's Garage. He's fun to watch. And so yeah, it inspired me to get back to work on this. And so, I have a bit of a carpentry history, I guess. And so with carpentry, you always start off with a plan, a drawing. And so sometimes with the cars, I even though I don't really end up using the drawing too much, or the plans, you might call it, it just feels right to start off with the drawing and the plans for one, and to have that. And it just seems like the natural starting point, and that you have to have it before you can start. And so yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope somebody else learns a few tricks, because I'm going to be learning as I go. I've never done a Model A like this. Pretty much everything I've ever done is basically restorations, not a lot of customizing. I'm pretty much just replacing bad parts and worn out stuff. And so this is a little bit out of my... This is a big project. This is big. This is going to be a challenge. So yeah, I welcome advice in the comment section, and if anyone has any. And Iron Trap Garage. I watch a lot of Iron Trap Garage too. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you later.
Sometimes I feel like a lizard in a tin box. Like being in a tin box, like a lizard in a tin